Hey, how's it going, everyone? Gonna shoot a video here for the month of October, and usually I get a lot of video games, but I think video games are definitely not the main focus of what I have here. I have some, but I also have movies and some graphic novels. Graphic novels actually are the most out of everything I have. So I have that. That's like the last thing I have to show. I went into a Goodwill and haven't had a tremendous amount of luck these last 2 or 3 months finding stuff, but I think the trend tended to be like during the pandemic. I was finding a lot of stuff, like the days in which people were not interacting with each other, so they were selling, or they weren't really selling and like yard sales and stuff like that. So a lot of people were just getting rid of stuff, and I was finding a lot of stuff. Um, but it's kind of been slower, like through the summer, just not finding quite as much. But I did go to a Goodwill on a Saturday. I find I find it to be, if you go early, um, when they're putting stuff out within like the first 15 minutes to 30 minutes, I get pretty lucky. So that's what happened with this on a Saturday. I found some decent stuff, some Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff that I've been looking for. Not too familiar with the new Spider-Man movies. I mean, I know Tom Holland is a younger, newer actor. I know I saw the trailer for the Uncharted movie coming out, and I'm not so sure I'm all that wild about that, but um, I just figured, I would probably watch a Spider-Man movie, give it a chance. Um, Fast and Furious. I had the very first one, but then I think the disc was just not working. I think I tried to rewatch like the original, and then the disc that I had was like just shot, and then I think I just threw it away. Which I have encountered that with some of these used DVDs. They're just not perfect, but I got that double disc copy there because of Tokyo Drift. I haven't seen that movie in probably about 10 years, and I always liked that movie. But then I never stuck with the Fast and the Furious movies when they just started pumping them out like every summer. Um, I can't really. I don't even know how many they've made, but I think I've only really maybe watched two or three of them, the earliest ones, and Tokyo Drift was one of them. I'll just stick with Jurassic. So Jurassic Park 3 and Jurassic World as Blu-rays. So that actually has Blu-ray and DVD. Um, I don't normally see the Jurassic Park 1 and 2, but when I saw that those were there, I went ahead and got them. Deadpool 2, normally don't see all that much, but when I did see that, I was like, oh yeah, that's great. I've seen that once, and I would love to rewatch that. Um, I would love to rewatch both Deadpool 1 and 2, and then I also would love to go back and rewatch the John Wick movies. I've only seen John Wick 1 and 2. I haven't seen the third one, but I don't know. I just like the first John Wick movie is really good, and the Deadpool movies came out around the same time too. So, and the last one, which I was surprised that this was at a Goodwill. I actually was wondering if there were more of these, um, and then somebody just left this one behind. I doubt it because I think they were all donated. Maybe not this one, but I think they all were donated at the same time. But I have never seen 4K movie donated, and it does have a Blu-ray in there. But I already found this movie as a DVD, and so I'll probably just keep the DVD version. I don't really do DVD, Blu-ray, 4K. I don't really. It's not anything that really stands out to me. So I don't have a way to play a 4K movie anyway. So I probably will try to sell this. Pick up. I usually try to pick up a few things, 4, 5, 6 things, and then I list things all at the same time rather than list them one at a time as I get them. So I'll just put that in a pile to list. Okay, video games. Let's start with up the top here. I always had ODST, but for some weird reason, I tried putting the game into my system, the game disc that I always had, and I've played it maybe 2 times start to finish. Like I actually beat the game twice with the same disc. Then I put it in again just because every so many years I like to just replay it because I like it, and it wouldn't read the disc. So I tried different games to see if it was my system, and my system was fine. So for some reason, the disc just went shot, and I just went ahead and bought another. It was like a disc only copy. It came in this, and it was only a few dollars. I think it was like $5 or $6 for a disc only copy, and I just went ahead and played it and enjoyed it. Got $5-6 out of it, so I'll end up having a disc that doesn't work and then replaced it with a disc only. Hotline Miami 1 and 2. It's the same thing on Switch, just different cases. I ended up buying one so there was a Target deal that my wife had. It was like 40% off coupon for like a total purchase, and video games was included. And so I ended up I basically got these 2 games, and I didn't really want to buy a bunch of games. There aren't a lot of games that I'm really interested in. There's more like niche games, like games that are like kind of going to be harder to find that I'm more interested in. But when it came to like what could I buy at Target that I would really like, I went ahead and got this in Hotline Miami, and then so with the $40 coupon, it ended up being like this was like about $30, and then this was about $20, which I think is technically, I think the regular price was about $49.99, and then this is $30. Yeah, so it ended up being like 50 something with the 40% off coupon, which was like I don't even understand why they were having a 40% off coupon, but it was something that was sent to her in her Target app, I think, Red Card related, I guess. But anyway, I used a GameStop coupon, and I had like a bunch of coupons accumulated that I just was like, I like Hotline Miami enough that I just was like, I might as well just get that and play it on the Switch and play on TV with the PlayStation 4. I couldn't find anything else that I wanted to get at GameStop. GameStop's, some of the stores like near where I live at are pretty good as far as like having like a decent amount of games, and then there's some I'll walk in and it'll be like there's just like nothing that I want here. There's just a lot of AAA games that I just don't want to spend the money on, or games that just don't hold their value and I already own them kind of thing. So anyway, I got Hotline Miami for both those systems, and then I got these 2. Just decided that I should probably go ahead and just get them because I don't know. This might come down in price more, but I doubt that this is going to come down in price all that much. Both are really neat games. I've played them both a little bit. They don't have me hooked so much that I just can't stop playing them kind of thing, but they're definitely going to be games that I think I'm happy that I have in my collection kind of thing. Wonder Boy music's like the soundtrack in that game is actually really, really charming. I haven't played I guess I forget if you say Kaze. I think the music in that game is pretty neat too. But yeah. Anyway, to the graphic novels. Mostly Batman and Deadpool. Um, if you are familiar with a store called Ollie's, I went into an Ollie's and wasn't really expecting to see much and was surprised by what they had. I think the reason why I also went to because they sent me a coupon. Um, I got like a membership where they send me emails and stuff, and then they try to entice you to keep coming back with like coupons. And so I forget how much the coupon was for, but it ended up knocking the price down a little bit. So it's like some of these graphic novels are priced pretty well because like it says their price 17. I'm sorry, I'm like pointing at the wrong spot. 17.99. Like on Amazon, like some of these like New 52 graphic novels are anywhere from like maybe 13 to 17, 18. So it's like that's not too far off, but it is pretty amazing that they can just get some of these graphic novels and be able to price them the way they do. Um, Star Wars, this is basically like a hand-drawn rendition of the original movie. And I was just like, you know what, this $3.99. I don't think I really ever seen that before, like anywhere else to buy. So I just was like, that's not bad. Plus, I was getting a discount. All these are like discounted to with the coupon that I was using. So this is neat too. This is greatest moments, 100 greatest moments from the history of basically Batman. And I thought that was neat to have. And then this, I'm realizing that like both of these books are very similar, but I just decided that I didn't want to leave one and choose one over the other kind of thing. So it ended up being the overall price was like around 25, like 24, $25 for all four of those, which wasn't that bad with the coupon. Let me do this one next. Batman Europa. I didn't know much about this just because I saw that it had Joker on it, and then when I went on to Amazon, it had different versions of this story. I think it's like the one that's most advertised as being like the version is usually like Batman holding Joker by like his shirt, like he's gonna beat him up badly kind of thing. So this is a little bit different of a cover. But I was at a store. I was visiting another city a weekend ago, and I had known that there's this place that's basically like a secondhand books kind of place, and they had a huge wall of graphic novels, and the pricing is usually it was like not the greatest. It was like basically like same pricing of just getting stuff off of Amazon. But they take trade-ins, so like sometimes I mean you'll be going through the books and you might be looking at 5 that are brand new, and then if you take enough time you might find one that was traded in, and it would be individually priced. So it's like this one was like one of the more cheaper ones that I found, and I was just like, it's $6. I want to be able to say like I got that when I was on this trip kind of thing, and I thought that $6 wasn't bad. It's not a huge book. I think it's maybe like 150-page story. But yeah, for like $6, that was pretty good. I'm definitely like hooked on buying these graphic novels. I might end up having to start keeping some of them at my job as a teacher. Like I got some bookshelves and stuff that I could just keep them there. Except I would hate for any kid to think that they could try to steal them from me, which I don't think that would be the case, especially if I just keep them shelved away from their view kind of thing. But anyway, these other ones got off eBay, just kind of filling the gaps of some really good ones. Hush was one I've always wanted to check out. I think I got that at the library before. I never really stuck with it to read it all the way through before it was due back, and I think I just gave it back. But I think the Long Halloween and Hush were like two that like I thought were really good ones. I don't have the Long Halloween yet. I think that was a great story that I had checked out from the library, but Hush and these Deadpool ones I got off of eBay, and they're just like really great deals. Like I remember like pulling the trigger on like these three and thinking like, God, I can't believe I got them for those prices. A lot of them were if you take the time to just search for eBay, like actually really low starting bid auctions, you might get lucky, and that's how I got lucky with these three. Like they basically like started off with like 99-cent auctions, and then maybe like a little bit of shipping, and then like these three, nobody else really bid on them, so I got them for like really low. Like Hush was like around 750, and that was like with shipping, like combined the price and shipping is just like it is listed as pre-owned, but they're all really great shape. Like this one's probably in the best shape, but like all it really is the corners are maybe a little bit dinged, and everything else is really good. But it's just amazing because like I got that for like 7 something, and I got these two for like 5 something, like each one of them. Like I think it's like 550 and like 540 something for this. I was like, and these are good size story collections. Basically, like what I'm working on is like getting the original stories that first came out compiled together, and that's what these are, the classic stories. And then these are the ones that are the more modern rendition of Deadpool, like more newer stories come put together. So that's the difference between the classics and the collection. And in these, they kind of show you like the order in which you should, aka buy them or read them. And so I'm trying to stick with that. I'm not trying to buy them in random order. If I would come across some for really cheap prices and not in the right order, I would buy it. But because like I think at Ollie's, they had some Deadpool stuff, but they weren't selling like these like compilation versions of them. But yeah, if I would see Deadpool stuff at Ollie's, I would probably pick up more. But yeah, let me know what you think.